Hello everybody, it is January 1st, 2024, and it's time to do a deep dive into 2023. And if you haven't already heard from some of my other reports today, daily and weekly, I've been building you up to tell you, buckle up, Buttercup. Those pie in the sky days we saw right before Ian are over. It's not all bad news though, and let's dig into the numbers and take a look. Total annual sales, and this is you gather all the sales we had for properties inside the circle, and everything I'm showing you is inside the circle, homes and condos combined. And you take those sale prices, 400 here, 500 there, that one that sold for a million, and you total them all up, and that's your total annual sales volume. This starts back in 2017. We had 87 million, stayed about that same for 2018, jumped to 97 million in 2019, jumped to over 100 million at 112 million in 2020. Then it jumped again big time in 2021 to 154. Then 2022 we broke 200 million, $207 million in total sales. Then came Ian, then came 2023. We dropped to 126 million. Dropped pretty much 80, 90 million, 80 million. So it got us back almost to 2020 levels. Looks horrifying, but it's really not. It's down almost 40% over the previous year, but the previous year was crazy, remember? So let's look at the average sales price. Now that looks a bit not as scary, right? It's actually down 7.5% from the previous year. You can see we went steady, 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 and then those couple of years started to really jump. Went from 299 to 366 to 500. And now last year we dropped back to 462 for an average sale price in Rotonda West. Not bad, really, especially since you're considering condos in that number. It's a good average number, I feel. If you look at it by average square foot, it looks even better. Same average growth where it went up, started to peak a little bit, but where are we this year in 2023? We're even higher than we were in 2022 on an average square foot price. Not bad. Told you it wasn't all bad. All right, it's not great either. Here's the number of sold, and this is the actual number of places sold, condos and houses combined. We're down 33% from last year. You know, we had that same steady, that pop up in growth, and then last year we actually went from 423 in 2021 down to 409 in 2022. The sales volume, you'll remember, went way up because the prices we were getting for our houses were crazy. And in 2023, we dropped to 273 for the number sold. So actually lower than it was in 2016. I think there's a dual reason for that. One of the reasons is people are asking still unrealistic prices for their home. They're thinking we're back here. We're not, as you're going to see the rest of these numbers. You got to get more realistic. Therefore, you're seeing more homes sit on the market for sale for a longer period of time and not actually selling, not being turning into sold sales. Here's one of the signs of it again. Average days on the market back in 2016, we'd sit on the market for 95 days. Then 83, then 92, then it dropped to 82, then 64, and then boom, boom. Those big boom years of 2021 and 2022, they're only sitting on the market 18 and then 15 days. Well, guess what? We're back to almost 60 days that you're on the market before you go into contract. Number of new listings, again, 433, 420, 451, 442, and then all of a sudden now 2023 we jump way up to 498. Why is that? Combination again, people went through it, don't want to go through it anymore, list their house, thinking they're going to get $1 million for it. Now's the time to cash out. Let's list our house. A little late catching the train, folks, so sorry. Actual number of days to sell, go back to 2019, it was 62, 64, 16, 14 down here, and then now we're back to 51. So back to where we started around 2019 as far as the number of days to actually sell your home. Months of inventory. This is where I was telling you earlier, this is another square sign. This is a buyer's market, man. 17 months of inventory we're sitting at the end of December now. Look at that, that up on the chart. Hadn't been like that forever. What does that mean? That means it's a buyer's market. That means there's a bunch of homes on the market, more than we've ever seen since before 2016. And they have a lot to choose from, and they know it, and they know they can probably get the seller to get a better price because of that. So uh, let's see, average square foot price sold. I think we looked at this earlier. It really hasn't changed at all, even from the peak years. So it's not all bad. Sold price by square foot, again, just verifying that in a different fashion, actually higher than last year. Uh, Original price versus sales price, and this isn't a bad sign either. Every year has been different, but most of them have been 7, 6, 4, 3. Last year was 11, so a little bit higher, but not awful. And that's sold. Those are, I listed here, I sold there on average, and that's not bad. And part of the reason why it's a little higher in the percentage is it's taken a while and still is happening for us to come back to the reality of we're not in 2022 anymore. What's the house really worth? So there it is, folks. It's not all bad, but we got to come to some realities and realize where we're at. If you would like help determining the value of your home, there's no pressure. I will be glad to do it. I'm your neighbor. I'm in the business. I look at these things all the time. My name is Steve Reed. My phone number is 239-300-8029. You can also contact me by email at steve@havemysunshine.com. Everybody hang tough. It's going to be okay. We're going to start growing again now once we stabilize. It's just going to be a nice steady growth, nothing crazy. You guys have a blessed day, month, year, and I will talk to you soon.